Oke, tidak dapat kembali lagi. Main bonus dulu. Sip. Oke. 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 Oke, lanjut. Kita push divisi ya. Taktiknya oke, sudah. Langsung ke laga. Main divisi. Oke, lawan ketemu. Pemula sama dong, saya juga noob. Tiga dua.
Milan can dream again. The stands here definitely a place for the hopeful, and no doubt that hope is replicated at just about every major ground in the land. It is time for us all to come together and to believe. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. The action has already started. Here's Diaz, and it's Rivaldo. Good spot, he's seen the... Diaz! And he's managed to get rid. Could be danger here.
Sorlot.
Romero clears it away. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, when it comes to being very watchable, Peter. I don't think you'll get much better than Vinicius Junior. His raw pace, added to the infinite amount of trickery he has up his sleeve, are sure to cause any defence no shortage of headaches. He just needs a better final product at the top level.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Dink through. He's cut it out. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Nah.
Roberto Carlos. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Gila. João Neves gets rid without sophistication. Alexander-Arnold. Shot a goal! And that should get the job done. Matías Cunha. And the counter is on. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. That's a lovely, neat pass. Roberto Carlos gets good distance on it. And it's Messi. And here's Vinicius Junior. Keeper's dealt with that. Alexander-Arnold has chosen to go back. Now it's Matías Cunha.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Gets his pass away. Diaz. Surlot. Olise. Mbappe goes in for the header! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Vinicius Junior. Olise goes steaming forward.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Terrific header! Paris Saint-Germain look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Anguissa. Can he finish? Quality ball. Chips it through. Rivaldo, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Driving on and making good progress. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's taking no chances there.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Vinicius Junior. Drogba! Cleared without complication. A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Milan have been huffing and puffing, but they don't look as if they're going to blow anything away. Their end product is just way short of standard.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Here we go again.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk. Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Ulisse. That's Sorlot. Now it's Diaz. Rivaldo touches it back.
What a lot more he could do there.
He's got away. Big header! And again! He's scored!
Oh, what a time for the captain to step up and put his team in front again, but while it doesn't necessarily guarantee a win here, it's a wonderful early boost in this second half.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Roberto Carlos. That has been knocked clear.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gila. Maldini with the clearance.
Carlos really added the width there.
Oh, what a climb! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Now that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out. Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
That's a decent clearance. And the finish! That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, look, urgency has spread through the team, and we're seeing a really coherent reaction.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Rivaldo. Diaz. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Van Dijk. And the pass is intercepted. And he's managed to get for it's Roberto Carlos! It's off target and by quite a way.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
Rating lawan masih racik. Oke, Muhammad Zaki. Halo.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Waduh.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Paris Saint-Germain showing really more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their...
Climbs up big!
Ampun.
Oh, he has stuck it into his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
On Gila. It's run loose here. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That pass has been well intercepted. Pass is just off target. Foden is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And here's Sampai. And they win it back again. Rivaldo. Alexander-Arnold picks it up out wide. João Neves with the clearance. And now the breakaway.
Well, yeah.
Great hit!
Shit.
They are rampant!
Baper deh.
And they are cruising away. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
It's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by them.
Nah, tim lawan keluar game, menyerah. Oke, next laga. Bandung FC dari kota Sate. Formasi lawan 4-2-2. Lawan masih racik. Formasinya berubah 4-3-1-2. Oke, untuk kali ini lawan Bandung FC.
Well, hello, welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Oh, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct and providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
That was lovely, though. Tar. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Anguissa. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Rodri. Messi. João Neves. Oh, he's found support out wide. That has been knocked clear. Mbappe. Diaz. Looking for the runner. He's in plenty of space here. And the shot! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Milan are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Musiala. Oh, and he's through the middle. Mbappe gets into some space. Corner given. And we have our very first corner. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Diaz. João Neves cuts out the pass. And the keeper's got it again. And he's being shifted off it. Neymar providing an outlet on that flank. João Neves. Messi. Corner. It's their second corner of the game. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Anguissa. For Olise. Diaz. Half an hour played now. Musiala. He's a sharp little ball here. Alexander-Arnold. Anguissa. And Sanchez. João Neves. Messi. Diaz. And here's Neymar. Gets a good foot in there. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he was quick to react. And he was clearly... Mbappe! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
That's not going far. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. He's going to be disappointed with that. Anguissa. João Neves. Oh, super find. Sanchez gets over and intercepts. Gila. He is looking to influence the game from out wide. Sanchez kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points. But there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Milan lead by 1-0 at half-time. It's been a good display from them so far. A stable start to the game, and they are in a goodish place. First half is behind us, and the score is currently 1-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
No, that's been intercepted. Rodri. Neymar. He's through here. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Alexander-Arnold. Here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Anguissa. And he welcomes it in. Alexander-Arnold makes the interception. Messi. Now Neymar. Mbappe. João Neves cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away. Olise! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Rivaldo. Still just a single goal between the sides. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
That's a decent clearance. Well,
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here. Milan have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Rivaldo. And here's the chance to counter. And he's picked out the run. Rivaldo finds himself offside. And it's Neymar. No, it's not getting there. That is a little undercooked. Great hit!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Tar kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, important interception. Rivaldo. No way through there. Played with finesse. He could be in here. He's in here.
He was too tightly marked when that came his way. Not really much he could do.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Alexander-Arnold.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Neymar, there he goes, motoring forward. No joy this time.
Neymar, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And he has been fouled there.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Roberto Carlos looking to play it into the box. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Oh, super save by Livakovic! Milan have their second corner now. In for a header! He should have put that one away.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Milan close now to seeing this one through to the end.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he gets rid in a hurry. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Mbappe in acres of space out wide. And he's in on goal! Hernandez eases him off the ball. Musiala. We are into overtime.
Terlalu ke dalam.
And there goes the final whistle. Milan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Solot taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, clean sheets and hard grind will help you go places, and they have a...
Oke, untuk live streamingnya